Stick around to the end of this video to learn if your community should feature a members map, and all of this from an experienced community manager. I see a lot of communities featuring a members map, but is it necessary? If in-person meetups is an aim of your community, then by all means the answer would be yes. But there is a note here. It also helps to have lots of members in your community, as this increases the likelihood that more members are in closer proximity to one another. On the other hand, for smaller communities which are spread across the world, I don't consider a members map as being a necessary tool to have in your community. So even if you want a members map but you don't have a lot of members, I would advise against having a members map, because it just really wouldn't honor the purpose that a members map is supposed to have in the first place, which is to connect members in person. Because if you have a small amount of members in your community, then the proximity between those members is going to be quite vast, and that's not something that you want. But if you have a community that has, say, thousands of members, tons of members, then this is not necessarily going to be a problem, and you can indeed feature a members map. And make sure to ask if this is a feature that your members will use, not a feature that your members want, right? Because what I've seen as a community manager, in my experience as a community manager, what I've seen is that oftentimes if you ask members what they want, it's not the same as what they'll use. You can ask members, do you want this new feature? And they'll say, sure, I want this new feature. But then you give it to them and they don't actually use it. So it's important to use your wording correctly and ask members if this is a feature that they'll actually use. It's something that they'll actually engage with and they'll actually meet up with fellow members in person, because otherwise there's no point in having a useless feature in your community.